Hey, this isn't your standard style of padlock. It's actually a puzzle. There's 4 steps to solving it, but it can still take quite a bit to get it done. Let me know if you've ever done a puzzle like this before. I'll show you what those 4 steps are and how I did it. So before we get started, let's take a quick look. We have this open gap to the left, this open gap to the right on the back piece. This top side is padlock, and this bottom side is going to be called Hanayama piece. But what we're going to do first is actually just whip this padlock piece around 90 degrees clockwise, and then it'll make it a lot easier to do our work here. So if we move this top piece over, we'll have that vertical gap running through the middle of these 2 pieces. So we keep that one right there, and then we're going to align this back piece. So align it right in the middle there. And then we want to go, on this first move, we want to go toward, push this right side toward us, and then we slowly pull it up. So that time the back side moved, and then when we're here, we want to push the opposite direction and go back in. So now we're seeing that the top side actually moves back in. So now the next step is to move this back side over right there, and then move the front side right there. And then we want to push the right side away, just like that. And then we pull straight up, and then we pull towards, and then we go straight down. And now we see that this piece is elevated. So the next thing to do is to align this bottom piece again. So push this front piece right on that vertical line, and then align that back piece. And we're going to do this with the right side coming toward us again. Make sure everything's lined up nicely. And then pull it out. The back piece moved. So now we want to push on the right hand here. So push on the padlock and then pull on this piece, and then should be able to push that back in, except we need the top piece to move in, which can be a little tricky. So that was the back piece. If you need, you can stick a nail or 2 in there. That can help it along. But eventually you want to get that top piece back in. Just like that. Now the next step is to align this front piece with the vertical line, then move this bottom piece and align it with the bottom line. So the bottom line is right there. Align it, and then we want to push the padlock piece away, and this top piece needs to also be aligned. So we actually need to do that real quick. There we go. So the top piece is aligned, and the bottom piece is not quite. There we go, it's aligned. So push on the padlock piece, and we should be able to slip this one right out. And that's how you disassemble the cast padlock. There's still one more extra step of just taking these 2 pieces apart. But now I'll show you how to reassemble it after we just take a quick look at all these pieces. Alright, to put this one back together, we're gonna compare these 2 pieces. We see there's one little nub on this one, and there's 2 on this one. So this one is gonna be on the right for the padlock piece, and the other piece is gonna be for the other piece. So to start out with, flip this one over and stick it around, just like that. And what we're gonna do is bring it so that it kind of goes like that. This left side is flush with it. And then on this side, we're gonna go ahead and put that padlock piece over, move it around, and align it with that top piece. But this one isn't upside down. This one is upside down, this one's not. So now we need to make sure that this one stays on the bottom, so we're gonna pinch the 2 pieces off. And then for this one, we wanna make sure it stays on the top. So we pinch them off up there as well, make sure everything's lined up nicely. And then they should slide right together. Just like that. Now that's step 1 of 4. The next step is to bring this back part up and then move the padlock piece away and then slide it out. And then we want to slide that back piece back in, so we push the padlock piece towards us. And we might have to fight with it for a little bit. You can put a nail in there to help it out a little bit. And we should be able to get this back piece to slide back in. we go. And then we want to slide this back piece so that that vertical line is going between both of the openings, just like so. And then we actually want to go toward us and lift it up. So we need to make a little more room at the top. There we go. Lift it up, go away, and then you got to very carefully slide back down. So now both openings are on the inside. And the last step is to move this back piece so it's aligned with the front piece, just like that. And then we're going to pull it out. And then we need to push it back in, moving that back piece in, just like that. And now you can see this top one is on the left, the opening is on the left, and this opening is on the right. And that is how you reassemble the cast padlock puzzle. And that's about it. See you later.